Hi guys, this is Günther here from Ukraine. It's the first time I'm back since my trip to Mariupol and to Kiev in February 2021 before the war. So I'm really looking forward. I'm also excited. The trip was up to now very simple. I went by bus from Vienna bus station at 8 o'clock towards Slovakian border to Ukraine, and now I'm in somewhere. I passed Uzhhorod and now Mukashevo, and here it's the hills of the Carpathians, and then I will go to Lviv. The reason why I'm coming here to Ukraine is of course in solidarity with Ukraine and also all the issues which I always promote, from the NATO membership of Ukraine, EU membership of Ukraine 2029, and of course Ukraine in the Euro, and this morning obviously also Ukraine in Schengen. Hello! We were at 5:30 at the border of Slovakia, Ukraine, and I passed it at 10 o'clock CET time. So that was, let's say, 4.5 to 5 hours at the border. In Europe, we don't have borders between Slovakia and Austria, for example. And why do I have borders towards Ukraine when anyhow we support Ukraine supports us? Borders beyond in the east, there's the Black Sea and the enemy Russia. So I cannot see a reason why to have Ukraine not in Schengen. It's much cheaper, it's much better, it's much faster, it's much more efficient, and it's actually much better idea. But the main reason why I'm here now is a seminar. It's the 95-year celebration of our EKV member Obnova. This is the European Christian Student Fraternities, which I'm the council chairman now since half a year. And it's one of our main events to come to celebrate our brothers and sisters in Ukraine, Obnova, and I'm very much looking forward. But I will also show you a little bit of this petrol station, because unfortunately our Flixbus had some kind of repair necessities and he is now disappeared. So I hope he will come back repaired and bring us onwards to the beautiful city of Lviv, which I love so much, and I'm looking so much forward to be there for the coming days and then heading back. I will not go to my beloved Kiev this time, but I hope there will be the future possibilities to do that and to entertain you with my small adventures. I'm not going to fight. Some people on Twitter call me to fight, but I'm an Austrian and that would be forbidden, and I'm also too old and I have no mission to fight. My thing is to call for solidarity and also prepare the political situation for Ukraine in NATO, EU and the Euro and in Schengen and in OECD and in all our wonderful structures, for which I am now campaigning already since 2017. I started my public campaign and that activity on Twitter and on YouTube intensively. Then 19, so my claim to fame. But in 17 I started fully with these 10 demands for European Ukraine, including NATO membership, EU membership, the Euro for Ukraine, 10% flat tax, Schengen for Ukraine, meaning open borders between the Ukraine borders and the EU, and at least we can do it like in the Balkans, where we have decent enough situation with joint border crossings supported by the EU. You hand the passport to one side, give it to the other, not like you do it in Ukraine. Additionally, the military police, 2 different checkpoints, like we would be so different. The war brings us together, Ukraine and the EU, and we will stay together forever. And we will win this war, and that must be also one of my clear messages in this video. We will win this war. Russia is kaput, Putin is kaput, they are out of money and out of agency in Russia, and it has to be defeated, dismantled and put into insolvency, and with all the costs of all this terrible war. Let's estimate roughly it's already 3 trillion of costs which they have cost the Western taxpayers and the Ukrainians in life and treasure, and maybe it's 4 trillion who ultimately will know that. We will pay most of it in Europe. It's our war, it's our victory, it's our world, the free world which we will defend, but definitely it is very expensive and Russia will have to pay for it, and we don't need an enemy to the east. As I have explained in many of my videos already, we don't need a power balance with a terrible, monstrous horror state which is constantly attacking us. And we also don't need ceasefires, unilateral ceasefires. We need unilateral concessions maybe of Ukraine to open the labor markets to the EU, but certainly not unilateral ceasefires of the Ukrainians towards Russia, the aggressor, whatever. In the Black Sea, the war is won. In the energy sector, Ukraine is fighting back, and Ukraine is definitely winning this war with our help. And if we would do what I told since 3 years, raise Eurobonds, issue €1 trillion of Eurobonds for reconstruction, EU integration and victory, called victory bonds. We have won the First and the Second World War, the West, America, with victory bonds. This is what we should do, and this is the logical thing which we need to achieve right now. And I go and explain this all the time in the public, in the media, in videos, in tweets. And then some people tell me it's legally complicated. Okay, we are not winning because it's legally complicated. Get a grip, Europe. And 3 years of war, and we are still having a border situation like before the war. And all the people, it's mainly with me traveling, women, children, refugees, and they are checked at the Slovak border. They have to go out and show their packages of household goods. I mean, did you lack the sense of urgency somewhere in Brussels? It seems so. Macron is now assembling all the people and for the defense union, and that we have to join, and then Austria and Malta is not joining. Get me a grip. I'm happy I'm no longer supporting Neos. I'm now with Volkspartei, because if the liberals are not ready for things, then you can go directly to the establishment, because we don't need the Liberal Party which is not ready to reform. Anyhow, I'm happy on that one. Let's see for that. Yeah, and I'm a bit stuck here now in the afternoon. I hope the bus is coming back again, and I will head towards Lviv, one of my second favorite town. I love Kiev most. I have to say I lived there for 4 years, but I am very much looking forward to Lviv, to my friends from EKV, to the event and all the activities which we're going to have to celebrate 95 years. I'm a very committed anti-communist, anti-Soviet Union. This organization I will explain you during the week. I will also learn a lot about Obnova, but definitely it's the survival of the spirit of Ukraine through the centuries, documented in this student fraternity, and I'm very much looking forward to celebrating this 95th birthday. And I hope that Putin is not sending us any rockets, and if he does, then we die at least in glory. Good. So far from here, from this beautiful petrol station next to Mukachevo, one of the border fortresses here at the feet of the Carpathian Mountains, which I think we will go on the other side here. Then over to Lviv. I have never been by bus to Ukraine. The only reason is because the skies are closed and I don't have a car. Maybe with a car it would be easier, but still you have to cross this terrible border, and I really will start the intensive campaign to open that border. Yes, from my side now, Slava Ukraine. Thanks a lot for listening, and please do what you can for Ukraine in politics, donations, helping Ukrainians, supplying weapons. Obviously weapons are key to victory. Here in Europe we have lost a little bit our mind. In 3 years we are not ready to mobilize our war industry. Don't let me get a rant on that one. I have done so many of these videos, but now this weekend I'm motivated and I will issue many more of them. So please follow me on X. I have now reached 67,000 or 68,000 followers thanks to my egg tweet, and I will continue to keep you posted, entertained, informed, and also motivated for victory for Ukraine. All the best here from Mukachevo in Ukraine. I'm back. Thanks a lot. More to come from Günther Fellinger Jan here from Ukraine this weekend. Bye.